What is up, YouTube? I haven't posted a commentary video on this YouTube channel in a minute, but I feel like it's something I'm actually, not passionate about, but I have a little bit of a say in this part because, well, as you guys see in the title, today's video, we're talking about, do buying knockoffs ruin your collection? Are they ruining the action figure scene? Do I think knockoffs are unethical? And much, much more. Obviously, the title doesn't say all that. I mean, actually, quite frankly, I don't know what the title says yet.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
But I know it's going to be something along those lines. I just want to start off by saying right quick, I am not bashing anybody who buys knockoffs. I'm not bashing anybody who hates knockoffs. I just want to have a civil discussion. That's pretty much it. And on that note, I want to start off by talking about ethics, you know. Oh my god, the thing humanity loves, ethics, talking about ethics, you know. Totally, people aren't going to disagree on this at all, you know. People are going to all 100% agree. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I want to be honest with you guys. When it comes to the ethics of these figures and how they're made, you got to think about the root of, like, where everything is coming from, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, the labor, where these materials are coming from, how is it sourced? If you really care about ethics, like, I'm just putting this all into proportion here, putting it all into question, like, how ethical do you want to get? The food you're eating, how ethical is it sourced? Like, how is it that you're arguing ethics for one thing and not everything overall? Also, like, the companies don't really care, man. Like, they don't care about you, the consumer, to the extent that you think. Like, yes, they care about you, the consumer, because you're going to be what buys their products, but they don't care about how you got that money, where you got that money, as long as they're getting their money. I do want to quickly stop that rambling for a second. I did forget to mention, for a specific example, like the Miguel O'Hara head sculpt, this is unethical when it comes to, like, you know, sourcing the parts for the figure or getting the inspiration for a head sculpt like this, because the original did not come with this. This is an official artist design. This isn't a company, so I do think that this is wrong. But at the same time, buying head sculpts for like $40 is kind of hard to justify when you're just getting into the hobby. I just wanted to throw that in there to cover all types of ethics. But yes, I do think this is wrong. I don't fully support it, but at the same time, spending $40 for each individual head sculpt is a lot of work as well for a lot of people. Companies like Mafex, SH Figure Arts, amazing companies. I mean, hell, I got a couple of those figures in my collection, and I can say I'm looking at them and I'm like, damn, bro, that Hush Mafex Batman makes my day. But when you're arguing ethics on a figure, man, come on now, bro. You're really gonna get on someone's ass about buying a knockoff? I don't think it's right. Also, the aftermarket price is unethical on a lot of these figures. Like, how do you expect 15-year-old little Jimmy to buy the Mafex, let's say the Amazing Spider-Man, the 001, that's the first Mafex figure ever made? You can't. That figure is going around like $500 to $1,000. I saw someone buy it for $1,000 on TikTok, and I was like, damn, that figure is not that good. But yeah, man, it's not an ethical thing, period. A lot of these figures in the aftermarket are sold for ridiculous prices because scalpers don't give a damn. So yeah. Also, you know, this economy, man, the wallet doesn't really care where the figure comes from as long as it comes into my shelf. And that brings me on to my next point, attachment. It's a simple one. Are you willing to spend $100+ on a character you, quite frankly, really don't care about? For me, I love Wolverine, don't get me wrong, but I cannot justify the aftermarket price of the Tiger Stripe or the brown suit Wolverine. So, I bought the CT Toys version. Same thing with the SH Figure Arts 2099. I absolutely love Spider-Man 2099. But the $130 that SHF was charging at the start could not justify that. Could not justify that one bit. I know you guys saw the previous video where I reviewed the Winter Soldier. That figure is not a character I would go out of my way to pay for, like, anything over $60. And you guys know damn well that Revoltech is not $60 on the aftermarket. So, attachment plays a huge role here. Also, just, again, those aftermarket prices are deadly, man. If they were to make knockoff figures of, like, let's say some of the Avengers members I don't really care too far, like, I'm not really too fond of, but they're improvements on the Marvel Legends, like maybe the Hawkeye or maybe someone like Ant-Man, I would definitely buy them. Now, don't get me wrong, I did spend $200 on the Giant Man HasLab, but it's because that's a piece something I really care about, the Earth's Mightiest Heroes. You know what I'm saying? That's a collection piece. That's an art piece. It's a discussion piece. And it's from a show I thought of fondly as a kid. I mean, it's not exactly from that show, but in my head, that's where it's coming from, you know? And that's what it's all about, man. Like, what do you want to do with your collection? Who cares where these figures are coming from? At the end of the day, we're all collecting tiny plastic men. A lot of these people got their underwear in a twist over the notion of purist, or of, you know, being pure. Which, by the way, bro, I thought we stopped that years ago. Pause.
Oh, pause.
But you know, all jokes aside, though, I don't really think it matters what brands or what you have in your collection. I mean, unless obviously you're collecting every Mafex figure or every SH Figure Arts figure. I don't think the brand matters as long as you have what you want on your shelf. Who cares what other people think? I have a mix of knockoffs, original, everything on my shelf. I don't think it makes you any less of a collector to buy a knockoff figure. Do I think it lowers the value of your collection?
Fuck no!
Yeah, no, I definitely don't think it lowers the value of your collection. I think to say something like that is definitely something coming out of ignorance, stupidity, or sheer blindness to, you know, other people's situations, or to, you know, other people's likes and wants. So, no, it does not ruin your collection, and don't listen to these people who tell you it does, because quite frankly, they're not where you're at, and you have your reasons, which quite frankly, you don't need to explain. So, yeah, next point.
You ain't nothing but a broke boy, 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 broke, motherfucking boy, broke, motherfucking boy, broke boy.
And my last point would be original characters. I mean, a lot of these companies aren't going to go for obscure characters. Like, Revoltech isn't going to make Agent Anti-Venom. Don't get me wrong, their Agent Venom was amazing. But I bought the CT Toys version for both Agent Venom and Agent Anti-Venom. I love Agent Venom. Agent Venom is probably one of my favorite characters of all time. When I went to buy the pre-order for the Agent Venom Revoltech figure, well, you guys know how that goes. Pre-ordering is AIDS. It's actual AIDS. It's the worst thing online. But I could not get my pre-order in. So, when CT Toys announced that they were going to be making not only Agent Venom, but Agent Anti-Venom from the Spider-Man storyline, you know, where he's fighting, obviously, the Red Goblin, I was super hyped, man. Like, super, super hyped. A figure that not only looked like a promising knockoff, but came with an original character attached to it. Revoltech wasn't making Agent Anti-Venom. Same thing with the symbiote Tobey Maguire figure. SH Figure Arts is not making a symbiote Tobey Maguire figure, not even, like, in the near future. I mean, hell, they might now because they saw the sales that CT Toys was getting, but I don't see Revoltech doing that. You know what I'm saying? And then I know that there's a lot of knockoff companies with Dragon Ball as well. I don't really collect Dragon Ball, but I know the SH Figure Arts have a bunch of companies making original designs from the Dragon Ball verse. It's just one of those things where it's like, is that a knockoff? Would you consider that a knockoff? I mean, hell, the articulation scheme, the tech on that figure is all copied, but the figure itself is kind of an original figure. So it's one of those things where it's like, are you going to hold yourself back from having a badass toy, from having a unique character in your collection, from having a unique costume in your collection because you're a purist? I don't know, man. Seems a little weird to me. It just seems like you're limiting yourself. But then again, a lot of people, I understand their argument. Like, you want to collect just McFarlane, you want to collect just Legend, you want to collect, you know what I mean? I get that. I understand that completely. But then again, there's those people who will say that and bash people who collect knockoffs. That's where the issue comes in. You can't bash someone for having a complete different side, or like a complete different perspective, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, Robert? Fuck you and everybody who live in your household. Okay, buddy.
Because a lot of these people, especially on TikTok, I know they're younger kids on TikTok. These kids on TikTok cannot be stopped. I mean, hell, everyone is like little broing each other, even though little bro's like 5 years old. You get called Lil Bro, you get called a YN, you get called everything on TikTok now. So please, someone go check TikTok. Check your kid's phone, please, parents. I've been called too many names on TikTok to the point where I can't sleep now. But yeah, TikTok is one of the biggest discussion points around this, at least for me, because I had a guy straight up say, if you collect knockoffs, maybe this hobby isn't for you. Or if you think that the originals are too expensive, maybe this hobby isn't for you. brother, you're only collecting figures, I'd imagine, because as a kid you got into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a kid, you could not afford these toys. If the knockoffs were as good as they were now, I know damn well you would be asking for them. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say, you know. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below, though, because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm just a yapper on the internet here. I like toys. I like collecting these plastic men. Pause. But, I collect Marvel Legends, McFarlane, knockoffs, originals, Mafex, figure arts. Matter of fact, I have a Mafex LeBron James coming in soon. I'm sorry, that was insane. But LeBron coming in tomorrow. So I can't wait for that. And I have another haul video coming in soon, kind of touching upon what we just spoke on. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, follow, share. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the background gameplay. I mean, hell, I haven't played PvZ in a while, and I want to get into it again. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.